please stand up for our opening prayer? Amen. Good morning, class. How are you today? That's good to hear that you are all fine. By the way, I am Teacher Shenna, but you can call me Teacher Shen, your teaching profession teacher today. So before you take your seat, let's have first an energizer. I have here a videos and I want you all to dance with me. Alright. Okay, let's dance together.
Push pineapple, shake the tree. Push pineapple, like coffee. To the left, to the right, jump banana to the east. Come and dance every night. Sing with a hula, jump banana to the beat.
Alright, are you all energized, class? Very good. But before you take your seat, I want you to pick some pieces of paper under your chair and put it to the trash can. Who is absent today, class? Very good. Good to hear that no one is absent today. But before we proceed or before we start, let me present first our classroom rules. Okay, this is our classroom rules. Our classroom rules number 1 is be kind. Be kind to your fellow learners and to your teacher. Rule number 2 is do your best. I want you to do your best in all the tasks that I will give. Number 3 is raise your hand if you want to answer or if you have a question. Number 4 is follow direction, and last, don't be afraid to ask question or clarification regarding to all of our discussion. Again, what is our classroom rule, class? Very good. And now, before we proceed to our new lesson, let's have first a recap. Who can remember what is our topic last meeting? Yes? Very good. Our topic last meeting is all about the Republic Act number 9155. Very good. And now, all right. So I have here a teacher and I want you to tell me what is your first impressions or what comes first in your mind when you see this kind of teacher. Very good, eh? Organizational structure. What else? Alright, so based on the pictures that I showed, what do you think is our topic this morning? Okay, our topic this morning is all about the organizational structure of the Department of Education and Field Offices. First, let me present our objectives. At the end of the lesson, you, the learners, are able to appreciate the importance of hierarchical structure of the Department of Education Field Offices, school or city division, elementary school and secondary school. Second, explain the importance of knowing the structure and the hierarchical levels in the Department of Education. And last, identify the functions and responsibilities of each position within the organizational structure. Okay, to carry the mandates and mission and vision of the department, structural components are in place. Governance of basic education begins at the national level. So according to Section 2, Republic Act number 9155 stipulates that it is at the regional division, school, and learning center referred as a field offices, whereas the program or the services are translated, developed, adapted, and offered to fit locales. Next is the offices of secretary, undersecretary, assistant secretary, and bureau directors are in the central offices. There are 6 regional offices headed by the regional director. However, the ARMM or the Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao is headed by the regional secretary. So here are the different region and their location in the Philippines. So the region 1 is located in San Fernando, La Union. The region 2 is located at Carig-Tubigarao City. The region 3 is located in San Fernando, Pampanga. And the region 4A is located at the Rizal Provincial Capital, Pasig City. The region 4B is located at Meralco Avenue, Pasig City. The region 5 is located at Raumes, Legazpi City. The region 6 is located at Iloilo City. The region 7 is located in Cebu City, where is Wiglo. The region 8 is located in Palu City. The region 9 is located at Zamboanga City. The region 10 is located at Cagayan de Oro City. The region 11 is located in Davao City. The region 12 is located in Cotabato City. The region 13 is located in Butuan City. And the CAR or the Cordillera Autonomous Region is located in La Trinidad Benguet. The NCR or the National Capital Region is located in Quezon City. And last, we have the ARMM or the Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao is located in Cotabato City. And now, this is the regional structure of the school or city division. So, as you can see here in plan, that the office of the regional director is located at the top, so which means the office of the regional director has a highest position than those offices that belong to this office. So next we have the school division superintendent or the assistant school superintendent. Next is we have the administrative division. So as you can see, the promotional staff, and also we have the ESPI or the enhanced serial peripheral interface, and the secondary school and the elementary school, which is DR level. So here are the function of each position. So let's discuss the function of each position. First, we have the office of the regional director. So this is the function or the function of the office of the regional director to ensure the quality and relevant basic education in the region by developing informed and responsive policies and plans, managing effectively the localized curriculum and learning resources, assuring quality performance, proving appropriate and timely technical assistance to the school division. Next is we have the school division superintendent. The school division superintendent is provide the leadership and guidance to the school principal, teachers, and staff within the division. Next is we have the assistant division superintendent. So from the word assistant division superintendent, they are responsible to assist the SDS or the school division superintendent. So they assist the SDS overseeing the division financial, human, and physical resources. Next is we have administrative division. Okay, so the function of administrative division is they are responsible for planning and executing a comprehensive range operation. Next is we have the promotional staff. Alright. Promotional staff is they are responsible of evaluating the qualification or the experiences of the candidates for the promotion. Next is we have the enhanced serial-peripheral interface. So the ESPI is they are responsible of overseeing the curriculum, instruction, and assessment of the respective subjects. So like for example, the ESPI English. So this office is they are responsible of implementing and developing the English curriculum. The same thing in the ESPI Science, ESPI Filipino, ESPI Math, and so on. They are also responsible to implementing or developing the specific subject that they handle. Okay, next is we have the district supervisor. Okay, the district supervisor is, I know that all of us is already know what is the division, district supervisor, because since we are in elementary, the district supervisor will visit to our teacher to evaluate, to monitor our teacher, okay, to monitor their performances to ensure the instructional effectiveness. So next is we have the elementary school. Okay, the elementary school is provide the basic education knowledge and develop the foundational skills, attitudes, and values essential to the child personal development. Next is we have the secondary school. The secondary school plays a crucial role in shaping the student intellectual, social, and personal development. And now, let's proceed to the organizational structure of the elementary school. So this is the organizational structure of an elementary school. So first, we have a principal, which is principal located at the top. Means the principal has the highest possessions than those offices below the principal. The principal, next is the grade coordinator, the curriculum coordinator. We also have the guidance counselor, the teacher, and the pupils. Next is let's discuss each function of each position. First, we have the function of a elementary principal. So the function of elementary principal is they will coordinate administrative oversight and plan all pieces of instructional leadership for including educational programming, administration, budgetary, planning, discipline, and counseling services. Next is we have the grade coordinator or the curriculum coordinator. So the role of grade coordinator or the curriculum coordinator is they are responsible of monitoring, of planning the curriculum, monitoring, and documenting. Next is we have the guidance counselor. So the guidance counselor will assist the student regarding to their educational needs, career, and personal or social needs. So that is the role of or the function of a guidance counselor. Next is the teacher. Okay, the teacher in elementary is they are responsible in managing the classroom, because we all know that an elementary teacher is very difficult to handle the classroom. So it's not easy to handle the classroom, especially in elementary. They are also communicating and teaching one or more subject clearly. Next is the pupils. So the function of pupils is they are involved, they are also interact and participate in the classroom. Act in receptive manner. So now let's proceed to the secondary organizational structure of a secondary school or a high school. So like in elementary, the position who is at the top is the principal. Next is the head teacher or the department head. Next is the guidance counselor. So below the guidance counselor, below to the guidance coordinator, guidance counselor. And also the high school organizational structure has a librarian, then the teacher, and last the student. So let's discuss the function of each position. So first, the principal. So the principal in high school is they provide a strategic direction in the school system. The role of the principal also is specified in the Republic Act number 9155, which is we discussed last meeting. Next is we have the department head. So the role of the department head is they are in charge to the teachers who teach a specific subject. So they are in charge on that teacher. So next is we have the guidance coordinator. Okay, the guidance coordinator is they are responsible of assisting those students to achieve their post-secondary, post-high school goals. Next is we have the guidance counselor. The same thing in the guidance counselor that we discussed in elementary, the guidance counselor in high school, they are also responsible in providing academic, personal, or advice to the student. Next is the librarian. Okay, the librarian is they are responsible to the day-to-day running of the school library or the resource center. Next is we have the teacher. The teacher in high school is they are responsible in planning a lesson and instruct their student in the subject they teach. Last is we have the student. So, of course, the student, they are responsible to take charge of their learning. Okay? Did you understand our discussion about the different organizational structure? Alright, so I want you to group into 3 groups. Count off. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the group 1 was here, the group 2, and the group 3. So I have here a Manila paper and we have an activity. This activity is what we call the organizational chart reconstruction. So I have here a jumbled organizational structure that I want you to arrange this one. Okay? Kindly cooperate to your group. I will give you 10 minutes to do this task. Okay? Also this one, arrange this one and this one. Okay, finish. Okay, at the count of 5, pass that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you have any question or clarification regarding to our discussion? Okay, if none, then I have a question. Okay, why it is important to know the structural and the hierarchical levels in the Department of Education? Yes? Very good. It is crucial us to know in order us to know the flow of the system or the flow of the Department of Education. Next question is, what section of the Republic Act stipulates that the regional division, school, and learning center be referred as a field offices? Okay, very good. The Section 2 Republic Act 9155. Next question is, what are the different organizational structures that we discussed earlier? Okay, very good. The organizational structure of an elementary school, organizational structure of a secondary school, and organizational structure of a school or division scheme. Okay. Now I want you to get one whole sheet of paper and then answer this one. I will give you 15 minutes to answer that one. Okay, finish. We pass that one at the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, for your assignment, I want you to do an advanced study of the excerpt from the Family Code of the Philippines. Okay, can we stand up for our closing prayer? Amen. Goodbye, class.